My antenna all full of water. A while back, this plastic seal cracked, and I covered it up with Gorilla Tape, but it looks like the Gorilla Tape is dried out. And anyways, it's not picking up. I could get into my All-Star repeater from across town on an HT, my FT60, where the mobile rig at 50 watts would not key it up. So, yeah, I got something going on in here. I got to fix this, see if it's even fixable before I fry my FTM 300. So, I forget what brand mag mount this is and what size socket this is. It can't be much over a 1/4 inch 5/16, something like that. I can't see it, but anyways, yep. Okay, so the bolts underneath I've been turning. Just basically turn these screws up here, which this part's threaded in. Where did the other piece go? Leo, where did you go, bud? So that's basically soldered onto there, but the little positive connection that goes on the centerpiece isn't even making contact. I just undid it, lifted this up off, and it broke off. So I don't know if that was corroded. Oops. Come on, you stupid thing. So it looks like I'm going to have to get out my soldering iron and re-solder to that tip. So, yeah, it looks like it corroded off. Not very much copper on there. Very cheap. Whoever soldered that should be ashamed of themselves. So I'm going to solder that back on. I can put this back together, but I'm going to probably try to clean up the bottom part. I don't know if I get this magnet out of this plastic case, get all that crap out of there, bring it over to sink, power wash it with the spray hose, and then I got penetrating oil here, fill it full of oil, and also take my little brass brush and clean up some of this corrosion on this. So not a lot, but a little bit. So a little bit of water ingress has got in there. Not bad. So it should be a simple repair. So I resoldered that center connector onto the center connector. I got everything cleaned up best I can, and now I have to reassemble. Okay, so this antenna's a Tram. Took it all apart. It's got a little bit corrosion in there. See that? Tried to use the stainless steel brush or brass brush to clean it up. Maybe I should scrub it a little bit more with a stainless steel, a little more aggressive. But anyways, got that soldered back on. Got those studs into there. Don't really have it tightened down too much because I don't want to strip it out, but they are bottoming out. So I think I got 2 washers I forgot to put in there, so I got to take this thing apart. Okay, so I got those in there with the washers in, and then what's going to go is this is going to go on the top of this metal cover. This gasket's got a little cutout detent right there where the cord's going to go, and then I'm going to place this down through. And I got the nuts with the star washer that's going to go on the backside and tighten down on top of that. So you need 2 hands. I'll be right back. This part didn't have much water in there, but you know what? I got some silicone out in the car. I'm going to go find my silicone. I'm going to put some silicone on this stuff just because, just in case. You know, better to have and not need and not have, something like that. Okay, got some clear silicone on that. Run that center connector up underneath the coax, and everything was bolted on before I put the silicone in there, so I know I get a good solid connection now to bolt this onto this metal plate. Those are a little rusty. I should have cleaned them up with a brush, but you know what, so what. I'm just going to put the nuts with the star washer on and call it good. Maybe I'll clean up afterwards. Oh no, let me go get the brush and do it now. Alright, tried to clean those up the best I could with a brass brush. Got these started always with your fingers, that way you don't cross thread something. And now I'm going to grab my little 1/4 inch socket set and snug those down. Focus, focus, focus. There we go. Got those snugged down to about somewhere between 8 and 10 foot-pounds. Don't to be overly tight. They just need to make contact. That's making contact. See some of the silicone oozing out. That's a good sign. Both sides. Just going to clean up these threads. It feels a little rugged, a little worn. So I don't know if the brass brush will work, but let me give it a try. May not look much cleaner, but when I run my finger over it, not such a big bump. And then with the stainless steel brush, I could feel when there was like no resistance. So Yeah, I don't want to, feels like it's just die-cast aluminum. Kind of shame because I had like a white lithium grease around these, so the moisture must just suck up into the center contact. I don't understand it. So, yeah, I had grease in there, and then I even put, after that, as that was wearing out, I tried some slide pin caliper grease. If you ever work on brakes and you know what slide pin caliper grease is, that's so sticky, flexible, and it's still corroded in there. So yeah, but you know the cool thing is, or the weird part, the magnet just sits inside the tray. So there's a rubber gasket that goes around it that had the plastic sealant to it. But you can see how that's all flaked and falling apart. And I tried to scrub that with a stainless steel brush. Pieces are still falling out. But the magnet just lays in there, and then it's sealed over. So yeah, I'm going to probably get some contact paper. I know I have some, but probably never going to be able to find it. Be easier probably just go buy some new stuff and put the contact paper over here, fold it up over, put the rubber seal on, do a second layer of contact paper, and it'll be probably thicker than the cheap little plastic seal that they had taped to the bottom of the rubber that keeps it cushioned from the car so this metal doesn't dig into your paint. So yeah, but I might get a screwdriver in here and try to clean that up, maybe a pick set, clean that up a little bit too. So I don't know. It's not perfect. It could be better. The last thing I need is this thing to rust apart. And well, it's only been on the car for 3 years. So yeah, tells you how water ingressed into it. Okay, so I got this all cleaned up as best as I could. Put some silicone around the inside of the rim. Laid the magnet in, slides easier. I also put some silicone around the center part. Went back and I filled in that. I got some contact paper here. It's not the most perfect looking thing, but some Robotex. I'm going to cut it out. And then I'm going to silicone on the ring, which goes on, and then put a layer of contact paper over it. So it's going to be double what it was. Like I said there, the only major important part was in here that had to be sealed. So I might run a little silicone around that rubber gasket just in case as well. So, but everything looks like it's good and going together, and hopefully there's no shorts in the coax and it works better than what it did, because I noticed on the way back from Dartmouth the other day, a couple weeks ago, after lung biopsy surgery checkup, wasn't getting into the repeater where I should have been, so that center contact is probably broken, and hopefully I didn't damage my radio. Let me progress with this project here. Okay, that contact paper, that's not working. That's a joke. I do have this aluminum foil tape. So you know what? I'm going to use some aluminum foil tape. It's all dry. Well, it is kind of, you know, all the silicone's dry. So, yeah, I'm going to go over it with silicone tape, layer of duct tape, silicone this on, and then probably duct tape over that. Since I know it's going to be aluminum tape under here, I'm just going to seal it. So, yeah, I'll be back. Okay, the aluminum foil tape seals a heck of a lot better, sticks a lot better. Do have a little air pocket. Maybe I should have filled that up with silicone. But anyway, so I'm going to silicone this seal to the outer side, and then probably just run a layer of duct tape over it, just so this aluminum doesn't scratch my paint. What a sloppy mess. I got that drying, so yeah. Fighting with that rubber boot and the silicone. What a pain in the arse. What a mistake that was. Okay, got it all back up on there. It's all, this time I just electrical taped it across the bottom of the cargo basket. Down into the door. In here, I got it coming straight down. I got some that silver aluminum tape just so the water doesn't run down in to the molding, and then it comes out and it can run through and down the door channel here where it's supposed to, the water is supposed to run if any water ingress gets in there. But then the cable comes over, hooks behind the molding, same thing all the way down to the center console. So anyways, it's kind of simplistic design. got to give Tram kudos. So the whole mount, just this upper part here, which contains a connector, but the part that was open, when I thought the connector in the coax was like on the Radio Shack antennas, was down in the magnet base. So anyways, I got that filled full of silicone, sealed up as you've seen in the video. Hopefully no water ingress. There's no room for water ever to get into it. But I thought the connector was in there, which it's not. So I got to give Tram some points for that. Like other magnetic bases I've had in the past, they fill up with water, the coax gets ruined. So this one's not, but did add some extra silicone around there just for safety measures. Better to have and not need than need and not have. So anyways, it's fixed, it's working. I could hit a few repeaters off in the distance. I haven't been able to do so. I guess with the decline of the repeater coverage and what I could get into, I should have realized, hey, something was defunct with it.